In this video, we are going to see about ring counter in digital logic circuit. The ring counter. It is just an application of shift register. We have already seen in the previous video that a shift register is used to store the data or transfer the data. So there is no specified sequence of states as in a counter. If you see a counter, it is also a group of flip-flops like a shift register, but counters have a specified number of states. For example, if you take a mod 6 counter, it counts from 0 to 5 and there will be totally 6 states in that counter. So normally we can say that the number of states in a counter depends upon the number of bits or number of flip-flops we use. So 2 power n equal to capital N. So this capital N determines the number of states in the counter. Shift registers can be made to work as counter by modifying the circuit. So this is the basic shift register circuit. I can give the feedback from the output of one flip-flop to the first flip-flop. Thereby I can change the shift register to work as a counter. So depending upon the nature of feedback I give, either I am giving from QD or QD bar. Depending upon that, there are two types of counter, ring counter and Johnson counter. In this video, we will be seeing about ring counter and the next video will be about Johnson counter. What is a ring counter? So ring counter is a shift register where the output of so this is the shift register. Here the output of the last flip-flop is connected to the input of the first flip-flop. So then we call this shift register as a ring counter. In ring counter, only one flip-flop will be set at any particular time. It means that one flip-flop will have high output and the remaining flip-flops will be cleared. You can see this table here. QA, QB, QC, QD are the output of the 4 flip-flops A, B, C, D. And this 1, 2, 3, 4 represents the 4 states of the ring counter. So for the first state, we can see QA is 1. That is the flip-flop A has a high output. Remaining flip-flops are 0. For the second state, QB is having the high output and the other flip-flops are 0. For the third state, C flip-flop is 1 and the remaining are 0. For fourth state, QD is 1 and the remaining are 0. And the same sequence repeats again. So you can see that this particular bit, one bit is shifted through the flip-flops in a circular fashion, or you can say it is in a ring fashion. So we call it as a ring counter. Let us see the working of ring counter. We saw that to get the first state QA equal to 1, 0, 0, 0, we have to set this initial state manually. So how to set QA equal to 1? In any flip-flop, there will be a preset pin. So this is a preset pin. PRE stands for preset. Means that it is this bubble symbol represents that it is an active low signal. It means that if I give a low signal, this preset pin will be active and QA will be 1. That is the flip-flop will be set to 1. That is the use of preset pin. So by making this preset pin active low, my QA output will be 1. So I will get 1 here. But what should be the other flip-flops level? It should be 0. So I have to clear all these 3 flip-flops. So that can be done by using the clear pin. So clear pin, this is also active low signal. So if I give a low signal, clear pin will enable the or will clear the flip-flop. So the output QB, QC, QD will be equal to 0. So manually I have to set this condition 1, 0, 0, 0. Once it is set, we can see here all the flip-flops are given a clock signal. All the flip-flops will receive the clock at the same time. Okay. Now, the initial state is 1000. So 1000 I have shown here. Now, if I give the clock pulse to all the flip-flops at the same time, what will happen? So this 0 is connected here. So this point is 0. So if I give a clock, this 0, this is a D flip-flop. So I will get the output here as 0. So the blue color or the purple color indicates the output. So this 1 will come here and this 0 will be here and this 0 will be here. So now you see you are getting 0, 1, 0, 0, which is the second state. So second state is, so this first state has been shifted and we are getting the second state 0, 1, 0, 0. Next, we will check the next state. So we have now 0, 1, 0, 0 is there. So this 0 is connected here. So when I give the next clock pulse, this 0 will come here and this one here. This 1 will be moved here and this 0 will be moved here. So I will get 0, 0, 1, 0. Third state I will get. Next, give the next clock pulse. So this 0 will come here. So if I give the next clock pulse, this 0 will be 0. Here it is 0. Again this 0 will be moved here and this 1 will be moved here. So I will get the fourth state 0, 0, 0, 1. So 4 states have been completed. Now what happens? If you have this combination, this state, what will happen next? So when you have this fourth state, you give a clock pulse. This 1 comes here. So when you give the clock pulse, 1 will come here. This 0 will be transferred here, this 0 here and this 0 here. So again you will get the first state. So from fourth automatically it will comes to 100. So again the same process repeats. So initially you have to set this state 100. After that it keeps on going continuously. So we have seen the working of ring counter. But what is the disadvantage of ring counter means? Already we have studied about counters where if you have 4 flip-flops, you can get 16 states or you can count till 0 to 15. But in case of ring counter, from the table we know that we are using the same 4 flip-flop but we are getting only 4 states. So with ring counter, we can get only the 4 states or number of states will be equal to number of flip-flops. So let us summarize what we have seen. Ring counter is a shift register where the output of the last flip-flop is connected to the input of the first flip-flop. And the number of states in a ring counter is equal to number of flip-flops used. If you like the material, do subscribe to Read Electric Vehicle channel, and if you want any other material regarding electrical engineering, you can refer to the playlist. And if you have any queries, you can mail me at readelectricvehicle@gmail.com. Thank you.